Hello traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Daily Roundup webinar. I hope you guys are having a great trading session. It's been pretty choppy, but the dollar continues to stay pretty weak. I mean, let's take a look at where everything's at. You know, I'm trying to fade a little bit of this dollar. The dollar weakness. If you guys are following along with the patterns in play, you'll notice that I did close out the dollar yen because if you look at the dollar yen here, with the dollar index where it's at and the dollar yen at the 618, I decided, hey, you know, it's time to pull that off, at least for the time being. I wouldn't mind reshorting a 106 move. But you'll notice that if you look at the active patterns in play, I have a Swissy and a Euro in with very small size. You can see half size, quarter size. The reason why is because this is a more of a tactical counter trend type of move that I'm thinking. So the Euro's at the 127% extension. We actually almost completed the flag pattern, and with the dollar index at the multi-year 2011 trend line and completing its bear flag pattern as well, I think there's going to be a little bit of backfilling in the dollar, and the Swissy also holding, you know, major horizontal support down here. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm not very comfortable, obviously, when you're trying to trade counter trend into the dollar that's so strong. It is a tough trade, obviously. So that's something to think about. Now, I want to talk a little bit about where stocks are at. So first of all, stocks aren't really doing a whole lot, but they're just kind of, you know, holding support, if you will. But the one thing I want to point out about the equity markets is the equity markets, excuse me, the equity markets are strong, and even if they come off and they sell off a little bit, the question is, will we see any dollar strength? My opinion is that we will see some dollar strength, but it'll be against, you know, more of the commodity currencies. And that's why you see the Aussie that is struggling to make new highs here, right? You have the Kiwi that's struggling to make new highs, or we just made new highs, but it's, you know, really just kind of struggling at that resistance. The dollar Canadian is struggling to make new lows, and the dollar Mexican peso, even though we pushed through support here, we're still not making, you know, like new trend lows below 2140. So all in all, I think that if stocks come down, you have to imagine that you might see some dollar strength. You might get the euro that comes down to 116, 117, something like that. And the cable might come back to 128. But overall, I think where you're going to see the dollar strength is in the commodity currencies. So what probably, if you want to just remove the dollar from the whole equation, which, look, I wouldn't blame you. I feel kind of nervous actually being long dollars down here. I mean, it's naturally so, because the dollar has just gotten beat up so bad. It's like, okay, well, I'm not sticking around. And let me also tell you guys that for me personally, I might hold on a pattern in play. I might hold on to very, very small position, but I don't plan on being too aggressive overnight. That's for sure. Even if I find myself in a profitable position this evening, I'll just pull it off, because, you know, when you're trying to fight a big trend, it's and a strong trend, it's obviously very difficult. I think some of the better trades though are going to be like this, you know, the Euro Aussie, which has broken a, you know, key downtrend line, and I think the Euro Aussie use that as a buying opportunity on dips back to like 164, 163 and change. You know, Euro New Zealand, you know, we broke out over here, so now you want to see if you can buy dips here and then have an eventual double bottom, you know, move. So again, I think during a period of risk off, I'd be more excited about trading cross rates versus the dollar. You know, like, I may not sell the Aussie dollar. I might actually buy the Euro Aussie. I may not, you know, short the Kiwi. I may just play the, you know, the Euro New Zealand. Now, the dollar Mexican peso is a different story. I can trade the Euro Mex with JP Morgan, but you know, you guys might not have that availability depending on your broker. So, you know, the trade here would be, you know, a long Euro Mexican peso trade. That might be a better trade than the dollar Mex on the long side. So just, you know, some food for thought. Now, let me really quick go over crude and the precious metals really fast. I did have a comment. Didier says, yes, I don't know what you're saying yes for, but hey, good to have you here. Gold is at all-time highs, and it doesn't look like it's going to let up. I mean, gold looks like it wants to continue to explode. If it continues to explode higher, that is just going to keep downside pressure on the dollar, right? It just is. And so, and I look at gold hitting all-time highs. That's all-time highs, guys. That's bullish. Any which way you slice it, right? So because we're hitting all-time highs, you know, you got to be really careful, because I doubt, and this could happen, obviously, we could end up reversing here, and then people are going to go, oh, look, a double top, you know, and then what I would rather do is just, you know, look for people to try to short it up here, and then look to get long down here on a pullback. That would be probably the best case scenario, or best situation. You know, you get a bunch of people trying to short it, and then you just, you know, play it on the long side for a breakout. But you know, between gold and silver, look at silver. I mean, that's a weekly chart in silver. You know, silver looks like we're going to 27, maybe 30. I'll start selling some of my physical stuff up at those levels, you know, should we get there. But overall, guys, some very, very, very bullish moves in the metals, which means that the dollar is probably going to stay relatively pressured. Didier asked about the palladium and nickel. Let me see, palladium. Let me pull up palladium really quick. Palladium. Why? Where'd my this is palladium index, but I don't want that. I wanted what happened to palladium? It used to be on here. What the fudge sickles? That's weird. I mean, here's palladium. I mean, it looks strong, right? Not as strong as obviously gold and silver, but I don't know what happened to. It was at XPD. Oh, well, it shows up here. I don't know why it didn't show up there. Okay, well, there's palladium. Strong. I mean, I haven't looked at that CFD in a while, but I don't know why those aren't popping up. That's weird. Boop, 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 boop. We're at the 618, so maybe that might struggle a little bit. Nickel. We'll look at nickel here. It's not really doing a whole lot. Might be at a 38% retracement or close to. And 660 maybe. But anyway, yeah, they are definitely underperforming the other precious metals. I think all the action right now is in gold and silver. So anyway, again, dude, I didn't mean to just dude you guys, but I did dude you. If just in case you're wondering, I did dude you. If you are buying dollars right now, like I'm trying to, which at this point fairly unsuccessful. If you're buying dollars right now, please be very careful, because it is obviously under pressure. And just keep your stops tight, position sizes small. Don't get too aggressive, because I think that we might be able to stabilize a little bit before the FOMC, but that's just a guess right now. And right now, the dollar is really, really pressured. So just be ultra, ultra careful with any, you know, moves out there. And then Didier said, and also overperform Ethereum and Bitcoin. Yeah, I think Bitcoin and Ethereum, those are reacting to what gold's. People view cryptocurrencies similarly to gold and other precious metals. I don't necessarily buy into that argument, but you can't ignore the fact that they are obviously doing well. So, and Bitcoin just actually surged through resistance. Oh, Nelly. Oh, we're up here, 10,500. I mean, it's pretty big resistance for all this stuff. Anyway, guys, hey, listen, if you are in the ForexAnalytix family or part of the ForexAnalytix family, you're listening in live. I want to thank you guys for listening and thank you guys for all the support. For those of you that are listening to this after the fact, try out ForexAnalytix. It's only $1 for 10 days, and you don't have to wait around for 24 hours to listen to this video. All right. Thank you. Have a great day and have a great week. I'll see you guys tomorrow, obviously, on the FACE webinar and back here again 24 hours from right now. So have a great one, guys. Thank you.